By no means am I claiming to be an expert in BBLMEs, but that right there is definitely a BBL. But that's not even my big issue. Let's drop some comments. What's going on, YouTube? Today we have another Kendra G reaction for you. This one is gonna be wild. We have a single mom of one Puerto Rican queen, and on top of that, she only dates black men. But guess who's mad? On top of that, she says that Spanish men are mama's boys. But guess who she has a baby by? Anyways, let's get on to the video.
So Marie?
Yes.
Marie Atlanta, how old are you?
34.
34. What do you do for a living?
I'm a project manager for a healthcare company.
Project manager. Do you have any children?
I have one.
One child. How old is your one child?
18 years old.
18 years old. Have you ever been married?
Yes, one time.
When did you get divorced?
Like 2018.
Officially divorced?
Officially, yes. It's been over 5 years, like 5 years, 6 years.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces, just turned 34.
Okay. So we got Marie Atlanta, 34, Pisces, project manager for a healthcare company. One child that's 18, and you said he was married before, correct?
Yes.
Was you married to your child's father?
No.
Somebody else. Okay. But she's officially divorced. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
So I am looking for a leader, a king. I want somebody who's into, and I know my accent is a little tough, so I'm gonna say into how you say mono and not polygamy. I want someone who's like,
Monogamous. You want a man that's monogamous.
yes, I'm sorry, my accent is, I'm Puerto Rican, so my accent could be a little tough, especially when I get nervous because I'm a little nervous. But yeah, I want somebody who's still like old school, still have like old core values, and still believe in that, that forever, like that one-on-one, not into like that multiple girlfriends, multiple wives. No, I just want that one-on-one old school love. So
Okay.
Now you really gotta pay attention to the signs. Everything sounds good, right? On paper, minus the fact that we have a baby mom. But the good thing is, what you will hear is that she has a daughter that's older. So yeah, she made bad decisions years ago, and she, I guess, got away from that. But pretty woman, as you can see, but you gotta listen. But why do we have such a beautiful woman just sitting on the market? Let's continue with the video.
of course, faithful, respectful, not into the streets, because I live in Atlanta, so there's a lot of like guys and older guys at that is into like the club scene and into that street stuff. No, I just want someone who's like tired of the games and is ready to like have that real thing, and tired of the games, like ready to settle. So
Okay.
the
I don't want your
various.
head to get cut off. So real quick. So okay, well you can come close. I just don't want your head to be cut off. All right.
Okay.
So hey, can you move the camera over a little bit towards you? Just okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. You're perfect. All right. So Marie, is English your second language?
Yes, it is. I am fluent in Spanish. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and I've been in Atlanta for like the last 12 years.
Okay. Now, what are your deal breakers?
Someone who's into clubs or someone who's into like the streets, like always want to be out and about. Someone who has like multiple baby moms. Someone who's like into like tatted and things like that. That's and a smoker. Like anyone that smokes like weed or cigarettes, that's definitely a deal breaker for me. Someone that doesn't know what they want or emotionally like unavailable, that's like a deal breaker for me.
Okay. Could he have kids already?
Yes, but to be honest, like older kids or no kids. To be honest, not like nothing like no young kids. Cause I have like an 18-year-old. She's about to be 19. So like I don't have no type of. Technically, I move as I want. So like I wouldn't want no one with small kids. So nothing more. Probably no one, no more than one baby mom. Preferably no more than two kids.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, do you have an ethnicity preference in your man?
To be honest, no. Mostly they black. Um, I don't date Spanish because they're just so like I blame the Spanish moms, and I'm please forgive me, Spanish mom, but they just baby them. I just like a man who's like independent and like it's just hard. Like I prefer not a Spanish man, but I prefer like a black man. But I'm open to all races, so I'm not like stuck in one race. But I just want a
Now,
man
I'm,
that
I'm assuming you consider Puerto Rican Spanish, correct?
yes,
Okay, now do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a daughter.
A daughter. Well, you said no offense to Spanish moms. You're a Spanish mom.
Yes. So what I mean by that is just Spanish moms be babying son, like the Spanish son. Like well not Spanish son, like their son. Like for example, my mom, I'm the oldest out of seven, and I have three brothers. She just baby them like to a point like they don't think being a provider, being the man of the house, like, okay, go ahead, woman, go work, go do this, go do that. So they're not independent. They like baby them to a point where a Spanish man thinks like, oh, you don't have to work. I can stay home and you go work. You go pay the bills. I'll stay home with the kids. I don't want that. Like, and it's hard with a Spanish man. Like, the Spanish moms be babying them so it's just hard. They're not goal oriented. It's tough. I don't
Okay.
want that.
Was your child's father is your child's father Spanish or black?
Yes, he's Spanish. To be honest, I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Um, so yes, he is Spanish, and it was the same. It was the same. Like he thought it was okay for me to go work, and I mean for me to go work while he stayed home and being a cleaning and cooking while I go work, and it was okay. He wasn't a leader. He wasn't a provider. And that's not what I want for me. Like that's just not acceptable. So that's why I don't prefer a Spanish man. I haven't dated a Spanish man for like the past 10 plus years.
Ma'am, you was 15 when you got pregnant. How old was this man that you got pregnant by? I would hope he was in the same age bracket as you. Did you really feel like this man was supposed to be making $250,000 to take care of you and your family? Or that he would even be responsible enough? This is the problem, is that y'all have kids at such a young age and y'all think it's okay to have kids by these men that can absolutely do nothing for y'all, then want to blame all men later on in life. Come on, he was a child, you was a child. Y'all are grown up now. And here's the other part to that. Talk about Spanish men. There's a lot of Spanish men, solid men out there. Did you vet your men correctly? Because I see it all day. Those men are standing at Home Depot. They doing work by day labor to do what they need to do to take care of their families. What type of man did you pick to be the father of your kid? Think about it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So black men are your preference.
Preference, but like I said, I'm open to all races as long as they're seasoned and they have that mentality of a go getter, business minded, and just want to go forward and not thinking that the woman's supposed to be home providing for them while they just sit and have no goals or jobs or no money. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, should he look a certain way?
You know what? I'm not. No, he has to be handsome. I don't like a skinny, bony man. I like a man that I could grab on. Preferably some muscles or something I could grab on. But as long as he's not skinny, bony, I actually don't mind. Just no, just something I could grab on. I can feel safe. And height,
Okay.
5'8", like 5'8" and up is okay for me. And I'm five
Okay.
five.
What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Kendra, that's tough. Let me tell you what's tough. I have dated both, right? I have dated the six figures, which of course they have commitment issues. And they have like, oh, they want to have two, three girlfriends, right? And they want it their way and no way. And I have dated someone who makes, I don't know, let's say 50, 60, and they're like always keeping track of my money. Because I love to travel, right? I go to a different country like every month, or sometimes two, three times a month. So they're like, oh, you big money. Oh, you like to travel. Oh, look at the car you drive. Oh, look at how you have a house cleaner or the way your house look. And it's like they're always keeping track. So it's, to be honest, It's tough. I just want somebody who's comfortable.
Oh, Marie.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my phone went off. Somebody who's
Okay.
comfortable that can just get up and go, if anything, let's say. But I don't want to say, I just want somebody who's loyal, honest, who's going to treat me right and things like that. I don't want to put a money amount because I have dated both and both has been an issue. So I'm at this point where I just want to be happy and want somebody who wants to say loving, caring like me and just want to like get up and go. So it's
So
hard to
no
put.
money requirement.
Like I said, he needs to be comfortable just like I am. So I don't want to say six figures. I don't want to say under because I said I have dated both and both has been an issue. I just want somebody who's comfortably like me and can be ready to go at any time if we want to travel, do a certain thing, who's comfortably in his lifestyle, but who's
Okay.
financially stable and, ready to.
So a man that makes 50K, you would date a man that makes 50K.
If he's willing to work and go forward and have goals and want to improve and not stay stuck, yes. As long as he's not keeping track of my money to every time, like, oh, you're buying this, you're buying that, or oh, you're traveling every month, or you're traveling this. As long as he's not keeping track of my money, he's comfortable and secure. Yes, I'll be
Okay.
okay with
All right, let's
that.
do the Kendra Cam.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see.
Now, fellas, something looks a little off about that. I don't know. To me, it's screaming a little BBL-ish. Can we say BBL? I guess. Still a pretty woman nonetheless, but we don't do that BBL stuff over here. Not on this side of the train tracks. But anyways, I did go to her Instagram and I did find a little bit more for y'all. Enjoy.
You got a, ooh, she got a body. Woo!
By no means am I claiming to be an expert in BBLMEs, but that right there is definitely a BBL. But that's not even my big issue. Let's drop some comments. Here's the thing. Why do black women have such hatred and vitriol towards black men? We have always loved you. We will always be there for you, and we always have. We marry you at the highest rate. If you think about this, the same men that you're talking about were your sons. So your sons are gonna grow up and there's gonna be a group of women that's just like you that's gonna have the same type of vitriol and hatred towards your son. How would you feel about that? I think you should think twice before you start to down black men. Before you start to say we ain't it. Before you start to say we don't take care of our kids. Before you start to say we're gonna just make a bunch of baby moms. It's your fault that y'all are a bunch of baby moms. Because last I checked, the CDC puts black men in a very good spot to be fathers, to be protectors, and to be guiders of our community. You guys just want the rings. But anyways, I'm gonna stop this right here because this is a much bigger picture that can last all day to talk about. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay in tune. I'll see y'all on the next one.